So, downtime descriptions. Let's start with Neuraxis. Tell us about Neuraxis and tell him how he spent his downtime.
Let's see what we got. Rex is a big green dragonborn covered in chainmail, but he doesn't carry a weapon around, or at least not that anyone's seen. But then anytime there's a fight, suddenly there's one in his hand. You can probably work out why.
Right.
Downtime.
How did you live?
Comfy. Will use all my money, so I'll live comfortably.
Okay. Roll a d20 plus 3 to see what happened. And you can also spend your downtime action if you would choose to.
Oops, that's not right. Oh, God.
Oh. What level are you?
4.
You also, well, you have to sell something worth 11 gold that you own.
Oh, God. Hand axe, some rations, Jesus. Okay.
Do we have an Outlander with us today?
Yeah, I'm on that.
Okay.
Yes.
So you got some Outlanders, you could drop the rations.
That's not so bad.
You can sell those at cost because they are rations.
Oh, cool.
I think
Dan, did you want to bank your downtime action or investigate a rumor?
Yeah, I'll keep hold of it.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, I'll investigate a rumor.
Okay, well. Would you like a rumor in the level 3 to 5 area?
Yes, please.
Okay. The rumor you will be investigating is... There's a guy named Mel in the Lesser Territories in Greycott, who's kind of a drug dealer, gangster type guy. He's always looking for a few couriers who are willing to sneak vapor into Meridia. If you would take a wagon load, you'd get paid triple. Right. Yeah, and let me just talk about these other quests for a little bit. The Void Fennel cures lycanthropy. We have 2 players from yesterday who were afflicted with lycanthropy. If you guys would like, and what that means is they're actually not allowed to enter the city, so they can't do any shopping, and they have to live squalidly outside the city gates. So if you guys wanted to do that, you would be helping out 2 players who already have lycanthropy. Of course, Greycott, all of those quests do live in a area of lycanthropy, stricken with lycanthropy, so if you're not equipped for that, just be wary. There are other things you can do in that zone as well, though. Let's move on to Cynic. Tell us about Cynic, and then we'll do downtime.
he's kind of just a mysterious traveler who likes to play music and make money and find women.
Nice. Human?
Tiefling.
Okay. Class?
Bard.
Bard. Nice. So you can spend your downtime or you can save it if you'd like to do something with it.
Bard can make money in tavern. Can I spend my time in a tavern getting free stay and making some money?
You can stay at half cost, but you can't you can't use your downtime action to make money, but I will let you just stay for the cost, for half the cost.
And then I guess I'll investigate a rumor.
Okay.
And I'll stay modestly for that downtime.
Okay, so you can roll a d20. Boring is good. Not much happens. The rumor. Stick with the Great Cat theme. So a rival gangster wants to tap into Mel's vapor business. You can steal his recipe or beat it out of one of his cooks, whichever you prefer.
What about trying to convince him it's not a good idea to sneak to work his way into other people's business?
I mean, you certainly could, but you wouldn't get paid for that. You would get paid for completing the quest.
Okay. Well, I thought that would, if I got him out of his business without having violence, would work well.
So you could broker some kind of deal with Mel or one of Mel's cooks without violence. But the quest is the rival gangster. He wants the recipe.
Okay.
I don't know that you can just show up and convince him not to want the recipe. All right.
Or
Well,
I could just show up and get the guy to give me his recipe and walk away without it.
yes, that you could do. Aaron. Tell me about Aaron and let's do downtime.
Erin is an elf ranger. She's pretty typical of an elf. Likes her bow, doesn't like other people at all. She spent her downtime living poorly in the woods outside of town,
Okay.
or in the area outside of town. Is it woods?
Sure.
Okay. Because she doesn't like people.
Makes sense. So you can roll a d20 minus 3 to see what happened. Not much happened. Boring is good. And you can also spend
Alright.
your downtime action if you would like.
I will keep it.
Okay. Shiny. Rufus.
Rufus is a fairly plain-looking human fighter who spent a great deal of his time growing up hunting animals outside of his village and making his family's patented meat pies, which he called burgs. He spent his life comfortably over this past session because he has a weakness for drink.
He's a burger. I get it. Yeah. All right. What level are you?
3.
You owe me 9 gold. Can you afford that?
Yes, I can.
All right.
Oh, wait, so do we pay off the 10, like the 5? I paid 5 gold for my stay?
Yes, you'd pay half the, for the bard, you have to pay half of this because you can get free room, but you can't get free board, or you can get free board, but not free, whatever. Still got to have ancillary expenses, beer and food, equipment upkeep. So yeah, you got to pay the 10 gold here for a bard 5, and then here you pay another additional 9 for breaking equipment. Makes sense.
Okay, I didn't have anything. I was a boring is good kind of guy.
Good deal.
I just wanted to make sure, so I knew how it worked.
You can spend or save your downtime action.
I think I'll gain a level with it.
No, you have to have the experience to gain the level.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. In that case,
it
I'll
just
investigate
costs
rumor.
you a downtime action to gain the level.
Gotcha. All right, I'll investigate a rumor.
Okay. Full moon. Full moon. During a full moon, the entire North District of Greatcut is evacuated. I guess I could probably just delete levels 1 and 2. That's not going to happen anymore. All right. Kodu. Tell us about Kodu.
So, Kodu is just a chill wood elf monk. He likes to just stay in the woods and think about everything, meditate and stuff, but he's searching the world for the survivors of the raid on his village. And yeah, that's basically his story.
He's looks like David Bowie.
Yeah. I was living in modest conditions.
Okay. Roll a flat d20 to see what happens. Heard gossip. All
Wow.
right.
Man, these ones.
That's actually a good one, though. Yep, okay. Mel's got a, you can be a cook. So you get a bunch of options here for what you guys can do, and you can discuss amongst yourselves, see which one you want to do. You've got this option here, which takes you into a heavily undead area called the Barrows in the Lesser Territories. You'll have to go into the Barrows and gather some void fennel, bring it back to Greycott to the mages in the North District. The King of Meridia is seeking kind of a cleansing, if you will, of the area, particularly addicts and things like that who are just not offering very much value to the town. This would be a courier mission going from Greycott into Meridia. This would be more social or combat, whichever you want to play. This would be waiting till a full moon and then trying to get all the werewolves and things out of the North District. And then that would be a cooking job. Yeah, like a line cook, if you will.
How many undesirables have to be eliminated to satisfy the king, or is it a per person type thing?
You'd have to ask.
Who would I have to ask? Because I'd like to inquire.
Yeah, I'm up for eliminating undesirables.
Well, I see some overlap that if we could possibly, work on getting rid of the rival gangster, some of those rival gangsters and people associated with them might be undesirables we can get paid to get rid of as well.
Yeah, but they also might just be like homeless drug addicts, which
Yeah.
I don't know if
That's
Rufus
why I'm
would be all
asking,
that comfortable
how
with.
many do we have to get rid of? What are, are we getting a per head basis? Because if so, we can pick the ones we don't like and get paid per one.
No, it's not a
I
per
mean-
head basis. It'd be like I'd give you a list of people you'd have to inquire about and then eliminate. And yeah, there's a
I feel like-
combination of
I feel like at least on undead, we can all agree that we're not doing anything wrong in killing undead.
Yeah, but I have this feeling that some of us might end up becoming werewolves in this quest.
Yeah, but if we will finish the
'Cause-
quest, we will cure lycanthropy.
Yeah, which when we finish, we have the drugs to cure them. So
Yeah, but then we have to make sure we get extra just in case for ourselves. Which I'm
Yeah.
okay with, but just saying.
We still have to get extra to cure our teammate, like from the other session.
that's true.
You could go down underneath the ground and just go on a dungeon crawl, I believe, too.
that is also an option.
So we do have that option as well.
I guess we put it to a vote then.
My vote is honestly just I'm cool with whatever.
That's the most unhelpful.
I know.
Right?
My guy just goes, I want money. So
Pick a
whichever one
side,
he thinks will
dude.
pay the best, probably.
Well, then-
Did you say that we already had what was necessary to cure lycanthropy?
No, we need to go and get the
You need to
stuff.
go
That's
out
the
to
first quest. That's number
to the
one.
Void Fennel
Okay.
for it.
So I think that Sage said that a couple people were already infected with.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what the quest is, to cure other players, which I'm cool with helping other players, but we also then have to make sure we grab enough extra, because I have a feeling some of us might get to that way too.
Well,
That's
we'll know that
fine.
when we get there. So
Yeah.
I'm cool with
Yeah.
okay. So it
That seems
like
like the least objectionable of these tasks, I think.
Helping people. Yep, that'll do.
I mean, they're all helping people, right?
I
Everybody
mean,
wants
in
help.
one way or another, yeah.
It's just a matter of who you wanna help.
and your personal ethic limits, but some of us are a little more chaotic than others.
I mean,
And-
I'm a warlock, but I don't want to get in trouble straight away, so
Evil's pretty relative, right? So if you're
that's true.
if
You
you're
know
on
what I mean?
the
You're not going to get into trouble if you're killing the people you're being ordered to kill by the law.
yeah, but the law is pretty totalitarian in this world.
Yeah.
So let me
Maybe
tell you
there's
about
some
let me
social
tell you
disgrace.
about Grey Cut. The city of Grey Cut's located along a small river that runs east towards the sea. Its stone walls to the north are lined with runes, but the entrance to the south is both unguarded and has no runes on the walls. Lycanthropes, to an extent, are Grey Cut's primary inhabitants, while some lycanthropes live nomadically, even as the moon wanes from full, fearing their own strength if they were to rejoin society. Those focused on finding a positive solution to their affliction dwell in the ruins of the city of Grey Cut. Other creatures dwell here too, drug addicts, gangsters, and those seeking to blend in and avoid unnecessary attention. What was historically a city of little diversity as a human settlement has grown into a large melting pot that unites the 10,000 or so inhabitants to this day, and it's this multicultural identity that's truly left its mark. Dozens of ethnic restaurants and menageries line the sidewalks of the North District, offering a plethora of experiences and recreational venues, though its tourism industry does not seem to reflect this simple fact. That's what you're dealing with there.
And is the king also a lycanthrope, or do we know?
This is the king of Meridia, Hadakura.
Oh, okay.
He's the easiest way you could describe him is like Che Guevara, kind of a rise to power through the elimination of those previously in power.
Okay.
A populist champion who has used a firm hand to prevent crime and things. He regularly sends people who are addicts out of their homes in Meridia to Grey Cot. That's just, they load them up on a bus and send them up there. So in a way, sending drugs into a town like that is maybe doing a public service, or not. Depends on how you look at it. But there's definitely no decision that's truly evil.
I think the vote has been to go out to get Void
Void
Fennel.
Fennel.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
All right. Let me drop everybody on the overworld map so we can get an idea of what we're looking at. You guys are here in Tidebreak.
And before we leave town, I just want to ask somebody, what are werewolves afraid of? Like in the town, so get a general gist of it.
Silver. Silvered weapons are nice to
Anything
have.
other than that?
Magic.
You would have heard from the people who fought them in the last session that they are immune to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical, non-silvered weapons.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's the things people should know about.
Okay. Do we know if they are susceptible to any specific
Anything
weapons
with
from-
silver.
Yeah, it doesn't seem
Well,
like
silver.
they're vulnerable to anything, but they can be
Okay.
damaged by silvered weapons. You can silver any weapon for 100 gold.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
So are we still doing this quest?
Mm,
Well, technically, you'd be fighting undead if you're going to get void fennel because it's underground in a grave site type area.
Okay, then yeah.
Oh yeah,
Right up
we'll
there.
kill some zombies.
Let's just be wary on our way over there.
yeah, and let's maybe prepare fire or something like not this kind of piercing.
So your job is going to be to head 240 miles to the northeast to arrive there. Now you can travel by boat to get quite a bit closer. You can travel to Meridia for 10 gold. You can travel to.
My map is blacked out beyond just the little bit right around the city.
Right, which is why. Well, you have a couple of lights over here, right?
Oh, now yeah.
Single cities.
This right here at 5311, that is the barrows that you're going to. I could draw
Got
it
it.
in or something.
Is there some kind of way to get to there to travel?
That would be 35 gold ahead in boat fees.
And how much is that one?
This one down here,
Yeah.
20 gold ahead.
I can afford the cheaper of the two.
I can afford the cheaper of the two. But that's putting me at broke. Well,
Well, I'm a ranger, so we're not going to be slowed by difficult terrain and can't get lost. But I don't know how long that's going to take us.
how long would it take us to travel? It's 230 miles, so I'd imagine 4 or 5 days.
10 days or so.
Oh.
And there are some areas that are extremely dangerous along the route, like the woods that you would have to cross into. Even seasoned outlanders can become lost. They are very magical, and you'd have to travel 16 miles through those. The group yesterday did it successfully, but I can't be sure that this group will do it. If you were to walk, you could escort a caravan up to Greycott, 232 miles. You'd make 232 gold split 6 ways. You make 40
I like
gold
that
ahead,
idea.
but
Yeah.
you will be your resources will be all but spent when you get there. You will be dealing with combat and things, and it will be very, very difficult for you to go and invade the barrows afterwards.
So if we take a boat to Meridia, and then then how long would it be to walk to the barrow? Is that from there?
About, see, be able to get there in a day, and then about 2 days.
And is that a safer route?
Much safer. Yeah, you'd be walking 2 days through light wilderness, which is fine. Like, sure, there's things over there that could kill you, but you're much less likely to encounter them when you're not traveling with a caravan. So you can move stealthily and avoid being ambushed and things like that. But
I'm
the
okay with
caravans,
either option personally.
the caravan's money, but you will have a much harder time going into your final battles. Essentially, you'll be raiding a dungeon after spending a good chunk of your spell slots and resources. Hit dice, all that stuff, you'll spend them, because I'm sure you'll roll at least a few encounters along the way.
Well, Aaron would like to take the overland route, but I think personally we should boat to Meridia and then
Yeah.
walk.
My vote is for taking the boat to Meridia.
Yeah, I agree.
So Meridia would not be this town over here.
Oh,
That's that's the 20 gold town, which I haven't given a name to yet.
Oh, okay. The 20 gold
Okay.
count.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll name it at some point in the future.
I can afford to get to the 10, but not to the 20 gold.
I can borrow some.
I'll
How
say
much
I've
doing?
got some to lend you.
Wait, if I sell my hand there, I would need 3 gold pieces. No, I have 7, so I'd need 13.
I have enough to lend you that.
Yeah.
So
and he
Aaron
also-
lends you 13.
That is very kind. By all means, take
I
it
want
out
it
of my share
back.
at the end. Of course.
Wait, what's your character's name that I lent?
Naraxus.
Araxis.
The big green dragonborn.
So then
Alright.
we're paying 20 to go to the.
That's right. And you set sail on the boat, and the journey is pretty uneventful. The Empire owns this entire waterway from port to port. There are no pirates or anything like that you have to deal with, no terrible sea monsters, because they do a very good job of keeping that kind of filth out of the waterways. And you
Right.
arrive in the town of whatever.
20 gold.
Yeah, the town
Yeah.
of 20 gold. Well, Cedrus. That's the town's name.
Okay.
Ceadrus. There you go. Whoever that is on Twitch for following me, thank you for the name. Give me 1 second to update some stuff. I gave a name for the 30 gold town yesterday, but I forgot what it is. Waterside, I believe it was. 35 gold gets you to Greycott. Alright. So, because the area that you were traveling to has been mapped, it is now a known location, which means you just have to declare that you would like to go there, but you don't have to, roll like checks to make sure that you go in the correct direction. You can't get lost going there. So you guys can, the exploration travel rules, there's a handout in the locations tab. You can opt to travel fast or slow, stealthily or obvious. My recommendations would be slow and stealthy, since you get a lower risk of ambushes and a lower encounter risk. It will take you 6 days of travel time instead of 2. But at the end of the day, who cares, right? If you don't have any reason to get there very quickly.
No, safer and slower makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
I've got 5 days of rations, so maybe we'll want to forage.
I'm
for
in an
food.
outlander.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Outlanders
and
will
I'm
be
an
able to
outlander
forage
too, so food
easily.
shouldn't be an issue.
Food's not an issue when you're on top of the when you're in an area like this. This is wilderness, there's stuff to eat.
Okay, yeah, slow and stealthy it is.
Okay. All right, you will begin your travel, and on the second day, you'll see something. Who's got the highest passive perception in the group? Anybody with a very high
15.
wisdom?
12.
15 here.
13.
14.
I can't beat a 15. I think 15 takes it.
Yeah.
Okay, on the second day of travel, the player with the 15 will obviously see 3 giant hyenas, which seem to be kind of stalking the group from a good distance away for, 500 yards or, something like that by the time you notice them. They're maybe 100 feet away. They're big.
Do they notice us noticing them? Like, do they slow down?
No.
Well, I think we should get ready for them to attack, because I bet they're going to.
Yeah, we can't really outrun giant hyenas, so that's
No.
probably a good idea.
Okay.
We can get
Set
ready,
up
but
a little something as a minor illusion to kind of dissuade them and force them into a general area of some sort.
Let's just kill them and be done with it.
Okay, I'm good with that too.
Okay. We'll go straight into initiative then.
oh no.
Great roll, Neuraxis.
Yeah. Someone's got to be last.
All right, Aaron, if you'd like to kill him, it's your turn.
All right, how far away are they? Pretty far. Well, that's beyond my longbow, I believe.
No.
No?
Longbow is 120.
It's
Oh,
150.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
150.
150, 600.
But I also have a firebolt.
That's 120.
Cantrip.
Or 60.
No, let's just... Okay, so I'm gonna... Hunter's Mark. No. What I'm gonna do is just shoot him.
Okay.
With my longbow, and I'm gonna aim for this one. Anyway, the one in the middle.
Okay, the one in the middle. Yeah, so once you shoot them, they're going to start breaking into a run.
Yeah.
This will land in his square, but he'll dodge quickly out of the way. Kodu.
So I move right here, I think. Yeah, and now I throw a dart with the disadvantage.
Darts are 20,
Yeah, by 60, so
20, 60, okay. Again, he sees it coming and is able to easily dodge out of the way.
and then I just move back here once again.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm going to hold my action and mock the first one to get within 60 feet of me.
Okay. Rufus.
I'm going to move 30 feet up here, and then I'll take a longbow shot at this hyena.
Sure. Again, he'll dodge out of the way.
Nuts.
So I should roll my mockery at that one.
As they run in, they're zigging and zagging back and forth.
Come get me, puppy.
Well, apparently hyenas are pretty wise because he easily saves. Neuraxis.
A short rest is an entire night now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh dear. Alright, I'm just going to move up to the nearest one and take a swing at it with my maul.
Okay, they are all taking the dodge action. You'll
Okay.
miss. Aaron.
Me now? Going to shoot the one that's near Neuraxis because I want my money back.
Hit.
Excellent. Finally.
Stick him with an
No.
arrow.
When we camp overnight, is that classified as a long rest?
That's a short rest.
Okay. So we get no spells back.
Correct.
Unless you're a warlock. Kodu.
So I move here, and I attack him using flurry of blows. So
You will miss twice. And hit the third one. Because he is dodging.
that's something.
Cynic.
I'm going to try mocking it again.
Now, do you have to... Question, Cody. Do you have to hit to use Flurry of Blows?
No.
Okay, you can just use it.
Sweet.
Okay. You're mocking the one in the middle now? Cynic?
Yes.
That one? Okay, yeah, you succeed.
Then I'm going to back up out to here.
Rufus.
Alright, gonna move 5 feet back, and I'm going to take a longbow shot at the hyena in the middle.
Hit.
And how injured does it look at the moment?
Can't tell.
Okay, I'm going to action surge and shoot it again.
Now it's bloodied. Or no, it's not. It's about bloodied. This one will swing around the outside to the one shooting the arrows. And they all bite. First biting Aaron. Hitting with a 14
Hit.
for 13 damage.
Ooh.
Next one biting at Neuraxis, missing. And the third one biting at Kodu, missing. Neuraxis.
I will swing my hammer at him again.
Hit.
Okay.
Aaron.
I have 2 daggers. Can I use one and then one as a bonus action?
I don't remember what the rules are for improvised. Yeah, I think so. Even if you're not proficient with two-handed fighting, I think you can do that.
Stick
Yeah,
one.
I just
Yeah,
don't get my
Second one's
strength
just not
modifier on one.
proficient. Right.
Yeah.
You stick one in deep and leave it in there.
Alright. I'm gonna hit with that dagger, maybe.
Hit.
And then hit with my offhand dagger, which makes that 14.
That's a hit. All right.
Alright.
He doesn't look too badly injured. He looks hungry now. Go to
Alright.
Yeah, I think I'll do the same. So, but now I will remember. And after that, he has to make a dexterity saving throw or be knocked prone because of open hand technique.
13.
And my DC is 13. So.
Okay.
The same saving throw.
Same saving throw?
Yeah. For dexterity for to not be knocked prone.
He's already prone.
Oh, sorry. If he's prone, is it a critical or
No.
am I missing something? Oh.
You have advantage.
Oh yeah, right. And once again, arm strike.
That's a miss. right, Cynic.
Mocking that one this time. Do that.
Yep.
There it is.
Yep.
May not be doing damage, but I'm hoping I'm helping when they're attacking.
Rufus.
I'm gonna move 30 feet just above Cynic. And is this the bloodied one here?
It is. The
All
red
right, I'm
dot
going
on
to
him means bloodied.
Gotcha. I'm gonna take another shot at it with the longbow.
Hit.
Nice.
Alright, the one attacking Aaron with disadvantage will miss, thanks to the disadvantage.
Excellent.
The one attacking Neuraxis will miss, and the one attacking Kodu will miss.
And I'll hit him with my hammer again.
He's dead. Crunch.
Cool.
Yay!
I will move to help Erin with, and when I kill him, I steal some of his soul and get 6 temporary hit points.
Sure. Of course. Aaron.
All right, I'm gonna attack this one again with dagger, dagger, dagger.
Dagger, dagger.
Hey, crit! No, that's not me.
Dagger, dagger,
It's a
dagger.
hit.
Dagger, dagger. I only have 2,
I
sadly,
know.
and I don't have
I know
boots
that
of haste.
reference.
Yeah.
And another hit. Kodu.
Just normal attacks.
2 hits. He is now bloodied. Cynic.
Gonna mock that same one again.
He saves. Rufus.
I'm gonna go ahead and move over here and then take a shot at this one with the longbow.
Hit. He's bloodied. We're going to keep attacking Aaron. Hitting for 8.
Okay.
And the other one attacks Kodu, hitting for 14.
Oof.
Ouch.
I rolled a 19 with a 20 on that roll.
Oh, hit it with the hammer again.
Sure. Oh, he's dead. Crunch.
Cool. And then, how far can I get? Then I'll run over to help him.
Alright, Aaron, you can shoot with your longbow again.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. At the one.
Oh, yeah. He's looking bad. Kodu?
Okay. I just hit him.
He's dead. Crunch.
Nice.
Damn it, I was hoping to mock it to death.
At my round, can I pick my dart up?
Yeah.
That I threw?
I used 4 arrows, so I get
Ye-
2 back.
You can get half of them back, right? So that's worth 600 experience. Could I get Neuraxis to track this?
Sure.
Awesome. And he'll track it all and we'll divvy it up at the end. Okay, so that was the only encounter you had on the way. That was day 2. You would sleep another night, so you would get a short rest.
Oh, and I'll use a Song of Rest for anyone using hit dice. They get an additional 1d6.
I'm using it.
I will be using hit dice.
So you get 1d6
Oh.
for free.
Okay. That. Hey. Oh. $13.
All right, and you arrive at the barrows. One second. Right, so this area is marked by large hills, burial mounds that are just kind of, set into the landscape. Very, very old, ancient burial mounds. And many of them have entrances that descend into the earth. You're not sure which, if any of these, will contain void fennel, but a good guess is that they all will. The instructions you've received are that they are underground. The fennel grows underground in the heart, kind of the necromantic spirits, or whatever you want to call them. The heart of the mounds. And you can just choose to enter one if you would like. You can buff up outside, do whatever you want. There doesn't seem to be anything moving about on the horizon. Nothing around the mounds, no undead walking around or anything like that. Your call if you'd like to enter now and see what's up, or wait a little bit and do something else.
I'm ready to just go ahead right on in and start mocking some skeletons.
Right. How is everyone's dark vision situation if we're going underground into the
Dark
burial
vision.
sites?
Dark vision.
I'm a
Dark
human, so
vision.
no dark vision. I have torches, though.
Are you alright carrying your own, or do you need both hands to shoot?
I will need both hands to shoot.
I can carry
Can-
one.
I was gonna say, can anyone cast light, or can anyone carry one for him?
I can carry one. I don't need a hand to mock.
Cool.
All right.
And
I'll
if
give
I
you
do
one of
end
my.
up using a melee weapon, it's a rapier, so that's only one-handed anyway.
All right, I'll give you one of my torches.
I actually think I have some in my entertainers pack. Doesn't come with it,
Well, there you go.
so I'll take one of yours then.
Hooray!
Now that that problem is sorted, are we good to go?
And your character levels are, could you just type them in the chat for me so I can make sure this is accurate?
I think we should all be 3 because the Hall of Heroes upgrade.
Yeah, but I have the ring.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, quick question while he's doing that. Anyone know? If I were to multi-class into Sorcerer, do I also get Sorcerer points in Meta Magic?
Yes, you do. You won't get the proficiencies in the stat saving throws or the normal
Oh, but with a
proficiencies.
bar, you don't really need that.
Well, yeah.
I already have basically everything in passive teens.
In that case, you shouldn't have much problem.
Oh, it's just something I might do in the future. I was thinking about the idea of, hey, I get free spells back.
Sort of, but yeah.
Well, with spell points, you can spend them to get spell slots back.
Or
All right, let's take 7 minutes here while I set this up.
okay.
Okay.
When we come back,
I'll be right
we will
back.
kick this off.
Okay.
Excellent.
Hello.
All right. So yeah, you find yourselves descending into one of these tombs. The walls are stonework. It looks pretty old, maybe even ancient, but is still in reasonably good condition. And with that, I'll give you control of your characters. How would you like to proceed?
Can I do like a perception check to see if we hear anything
Sure.
or
I'll do one as well. Or see, because with dark vision, I don't know.
yeah.
Sure.
Here's the cheat.
9.
You see a little bit of water's running down the sides of the walls.
I don't see anything on mine.
You hear the drip, drip, drip of water off in the distance somewhere. That's about it.
Is there supposed to be anything on the map, just out of curiosity?
On the left corner.
Oh, okay, there it is. Now I see it.
Those are the stairs going up, the pink.
That's the entrance, right?
Right.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk down to here. Okay, that's a dead end.
My dark vision's not right. I have the ridiculous warlocky one.
Okay, 1 second. Let me lock tokens.
Kane, I just had a funny idea while I was outside a minute ago of if you multi-classed a bard with a barbarian, you would basically get a heavy metal singer. Like raging and singing. Rah!
Except when you're raging, you can't cast spells because you can't concentrate on them.
Yes, but it's
Well,
for the
you-
flavor.
You only can't cast concentration spells.
Oh,
You can
that's
cast
true.
anything that doesn't require concentration.
All right, you guys are good to go.
I'm gonna move stealthily, so as much as I
Uh,
can.
Yeah, I'll do stealth with her as well. I have a.
Can I look for traps, maybe?
Sure.
Wait, I can't stealth. I have a freaking torch.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It's alright, I'll go at the front in my clanky chainmail. Just tell me which way we're going.
Yeah, don't worry. Stealth is not going to be our team's worry at this moment.
It's these nice carved stone halls. It doesn't look like anybody's been here in quite some time.
Okay, guys, wait. Before moving farther, which direction should we go so we can do this correctly?
I think
Right.
right. I think
Okay,
where
Nuraxis and Kodu should be the first ones down any halls.
thanks. Yeah.
You guys are the ones who can take hits. And I'm the one who stands in the back and makes sure if you go down, you get back up.
Which we appreciate greatly.
There's something down there.
Cool, let's go kill it.
It's a stairway.
Not the monsters. Yes, there.
Okay, so we see some stairs.
Can I look for traps on the stairs? Maybe.
What would that be?
Perception.
Oh. Like,
There's no traps on the stairs, but you do see something else embedded in the walls of this room near the stairs and kind of in these corners to the south of you. You see little glass fragments in the walls.
Can we investigate them?
Sure.
Is it like an arcana, or do they seem magical?
Sure. Arcana.
Okay, that was not good for me.
You can't tell without getting a little bit closer.
Gonna move up here. I
Aaron,
rolled a
you,
15.
you do detect some. They seem kind of magical. You see like little wisps moving around inside some of them.
Do we know what this void stuff looks like? I assume we have to.
It looks like a purple daffodil.
Okay. So this isn't it.
No, these are little glass shards or things with wisps moving around inside of them.
I don't know if it makes the effect any better, but yeah, whatever. So we want to go up these stairs, guys, or do we want to go where Kodu seems to be walking over there on his
I
own?
think it's a square. I think it's connected.
Oh.
Pretty sure.
Aaron disappears.
No. Shit.
Awesome.
Did she touch the crystal or whatever?
Yeah, as she's investigating with her Arcana check, I rolled a die for it. As she's investigating, she reaches out and touches one and then immediately disappears.
Can we see
that
something
ain't good.
new? Can we see the crystal? Something new appears? Maybe.
There's just a wisp inside of it.
Nah, the same.
So who wants to touch it next? Because I will.
Oh, my token's locked, so I'm not sure what that means.
I mean,
I
just
think
want you to move.
I'll touch it.
Okay, you touch it. Rufus touches it and disappears.
No, I'm
Oh,
cynic.
Oh, God.
Cynic touches it and disappears.
The guy holding the torch disappears.
Oh, Christ.
Can I
So
drop
do
the
I now
torch when I
see-
disappear?
No.
Okay, sorry guys, I tried.
Alright,
Um,
I'll go ahead and light a torch.
So, maybe we don't touch it. Maybe we look at it and try and work out what's up.
Yeah.
Do I see anything, or am I just
Nothing.
Weird.
Nothing I can describe at this point.
okay?
Ah, okay.
Hmm.
One thing you can tell is you're not alone anymore.
Wait. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna pick it up using Mage Hand and not with my actual hand.
Oh.
They're embedded in the wall.
Oh, alright. I'll touch one with Mage Hand.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay.
Maybe try things with the other one so nothing happens to our people.
So there's still only one wisp of light in it. It's not like two people have touched it and now there's 2 stars in it. It's just a shiny thing.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not like
Okay.
it's not like a sparkle of light. It's just like they're kind of wispy inside. The like like there's a cloud moving around inside these shards of glass, like the bottom of bottles or something.
Oh dear. I mean, I feel like we're low on options at this point. Two people
Yeah,
have.
we really can do nothing.
Touch it. You know you want to.
No.
I mean, we could smash it, but that feels dangerous.
If we try something, let's try it first with the other one. Or one from stars, not the one we used or whatever. Just in case.
I need to get back to my light source, so I'm going to touch one of the crystals.
Oh my god.
Rufus,
Wait, the same one or a different one?
Oh, a different one.
is
Oh
that,
god.
that Rufus is touching one?
Mm-hmm.
Rufus disappears.
Hi, Narxus.
That's not good. That's not good. That's.
You have dark vision, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, okay. So
I guess we follow them in.
go fight the boss.
I think we
I'm
go
not
in.
But if everyone goes, we don't know really what we can get.
Don't worry, we'll
into
just
the
wipe
border.
right here. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh my god.
That's the thing. It's
Um,
unlikely that we're just gonna die now. So
I was gonna say there's 2 hours left. The game, right?
Huh.
No TPK this early.
What?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
So yeah, we'll have time to roll new characters at least.
yeah,
I have time
I
to
guess
go
we'll maybe
buy
let's
beer and
check
drink it for
out-
2 hours.
screw
So
it. I'm
next twin
touching.
brother
oh my
shows
God.
up in town.
No, I'm touching the same one as the two people. Let's see where we go. Down the rabbit hole.
Okay. If everyone goes, then everyone goes. I touch it. Let's not die.
If I die, my twin brother will show up and Ray will looking to
Yeah.
avenge me.
It's so stupid. We just-
Look, at least if we go to the same places, then we can try and get them out.
If we are alive still.
Eh.
All right. I need wisdom saves from everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
It's going so well.
I didn't give it a wisdom saving throw.
I need from everybody.
Oh, okay, sorry, I didn't do that.
Well,
Stats. Oh, that's
Oh,
not gonna
die.
go well.
All right.
No.
Kodu, Rufus, and Cynic.
We through.
You don't know how long you were trapped within,
oh crap.
but through the strength of your will, you realize you've left something back in Tidebreak that you really need to go and find. And you pop back out. The other two do not. But you were definitely
Okay.
trapped within that crystal. Along with you, out pops these dudes.
Drunkard.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Party all night. I think NR is everyone's here. The same.
Are we all supposed to be here?
No, I don't think so.
Sorry.
Are they humanoid? Human?
They appear to be shadows of yourselves.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If I move like
No,
upward,
there's no moving.
oh,
We're going straight into initiative as they attack.
Now, is it like an action to like perception them or insight them?
Sure.
Is it
I
though?
I can tell you about them. What are you looking
Like
for?
if I move, does it follow the movement and stuff?
No. They are acting independently of you.
Okay. I'm gonna mock my own shadow and just say that I'm an ugly bastard.
Okay. He's mocked. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one.
And then have any kind of way to disengage.
Not
So that's
not
my
if he's
turn.
mocked. Right. You have bardic inspiration you can give out.
Oh yeah, I will give. Who wants it? I'll give it to Kodu.
yeah.
Seems like he'll use it with his flurry of attacks more likely.
All right. They will attack. Now, are there any torches out here?
My character has one.
Your
I
character
had
has
one when I went in.
Okay. You
Yep,
still
Rufus
got
does
it.
too.
They're going to reach out and strike against Cynic. He will miss. Against Rufus, he will miss. And against Kodu, he will miss. They reach out with these sinewy tentacles of shadow, and you feel like they're trying to drain some of your life essence away.
Oh wait, you said one of them hits?
No, they all missed.
Okay.
Your disadvantage saved you.
All right.
Rufus.
All right, I'm going to take out my rapier since one of my hands is occupied by the torch, and I will try stabbing this one in front of me.
You hit, but he
All right,
seems
I will-
to resist it.
I will stay put.
Kodu, what do you do?
Inspiration lasts 14 minutes, right?
Inspiration?
Well, inspiration is you get to
But-
add one
yeah, I know.
d6 to.
It'll last
Whatever.
through the whole fight for sure.
Yeah. Okay. I try using just basic bludgeoning attack.
Would you like to add inspiration to the first attack?
Not really. I'm not sure.
I don't think it's worth it on that one.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it does anything.
You can add one d6, so.
So the second one obviously hits, and he does seem to resist. Your fists are not magical, correct?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
Cynic.
Damn it.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a wild stab here and use thaumaturgy. Wait, no, that's an action. Fuck it. I'm just gonna take the torch I have in my hand and swing it at the guy in my own shadow in front of me.
Okay.
Like
Roll.
try and smack him with it. But I don't know. I don't have any like weapons set up to smack with a.
It's just roll a strength check. Unskilled strength check.
Oh, that's gonna be awful.
You miss.
Oh, wait, that's a.
That's fine. An 8's not going to hit. Alright, and then the shadows are going to attack. Against Cynic. He hits. 7 necrotic damage. And your strength is reduced by 4. Rufus. He hits for 12 necrotic damage. Your strength is reduced by 1. Kodu.
Where do I do a temporary loss on strength, or do I just take it off and try to remember to put it back?
I think you just take it off. Kodu. He hits for 9 necrotic damage. And your strength is reduced by 3. Rufus.
No.
Hitting them with the light is no.
I'm gonna try making another rapier attack, this time at the one in front of Cynic, since that's the one that we can all actually hit.
You do hit it.
Alright, and I'm
Which
gonna
resist.
use my action surge to attack it again.
You hit it again. It's definitely bloodied at this point. Kodu.
My unarmed strike did nothing, right?
It did. It hit it. It just resisted it.
It hit. Yeah.
You know, you hit it
That
like
seems
wisp.
to be the one you
Yeah.
can hit at the moment, though.
Little wisp of smokes fly off it when you're striking it, so it's definitely getting weaker, but it's not like you're able to embed your fist in something's, rib cage or whatever.
So I just hit the one on the my left, right. That's
Okay.
top. Mm,
Hit.
No.
Miss.
and the miss.
Cynic.
So the one in front of me looks bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and mock it, I guess, again.
You'll succeed. It will strike at you. Your disadvantage saves you. Rufus. It will miss. And Kodu, it will hit for 10 necrotic damage. And your strength is reduced by 1. Rufus.
Alright, going to use a bonus action for Second Wind. And then I'm going to attack the injured bit of smoke with the rapier.
Alright. 12 will hit, and that will be enough to kill it. Disappears into the ether. Kodu.
Okay. So I use step 1 key point to disengage as a bonus action, and I just move.
You can strike before you disengage if you like,
Oh, yeah.
since you
I
are
will do that.
disengaging as a bonus action. You won't
I
be able to
think
use
it has to
attacks.
do with the light.
And then I move.
Yeah, that'll miss. Cynic.
Going to mock that one.
You
And
succeed.
kind of just take the torch and not attack or anything. Just kind of put it right up real close to it.
Okay. Seems to not like it, but it doesn't really do anything else. One will attack Cynic with disadvantage, missing. One will attack Rufus, missing. Rufus.
I'll use my rapier to attack the one right in front of me.
Hit. Kodu.
I throw a dart on the one on the bottom,
Okay.
below Rufus.
Miss. Cynic.
I'm going to just mock that one again.
Okay, it saves. It's going to attack Cynic. Hitting
Yeah, just
for 10 damage. And your
Awesome.
strength is reduced by 3. What's your strength now?
2.
Jesus.
And the other one will
Ouch.
attack Rufus, hitting for 8 damage, and your strength is reduced by 1. What's your strength now?
12.
All right. Rufus.
I'll continue attacking the one right in front of me with the rapier.
Miss. Kodu.
I throw a dart on the one on the bottom again.
All right. Miss. Cynic.
Oh, word a bonus action or an action? I don't remember.
It's what?
Healing word.
It's a bonus action.
Hey.
By the way, Kodu, you still have your bardic inspiration, just so you know.
Yeah, I know.
You could add that to your last dice roll.
Can I
Could
add it
hit.
to the one that the last dart throw or no?
Sure, if you like.
No.
You miss.
So I'm going to first viciously mock it.
Okay. He saves.
I'm gonna healing word myself. And that's all I can do.
Strikes at Cynic. Missing. Strikes at Rufus. Missing. Rufus.
I will attack the one in front of me, again with a rapier.
14 halved is 7. He's bloodied. Kodu.
I think the light is what hurts them. I think that
Yeah.
if you hit that one, it takes more damage.
Mm,
Now the light just seems to make them want to be away from it. Sure, they don't like it, but it's not a powerful enough light to actually give them problems. It's just a torch. If we're talking like a
Yeah,
daylight
okay.
spell, that would mess them up pretty badly.
Oh, I have something I can do with that next turn.
I throw a dart at the one on the bottom.
Alright.
Oh,
Hit.
it's not weird. I don't know.
2 V.
I
Cynic.
was tracking of ammunition. I'm tracking ammunition.
Oh, nice. Well, there's an ammunition button to the left of your dart.
I'm gonna cast
Oh.
thaumaturgy on my torch and make it bright as all hell. You can make flames brighter.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make it as bright as I possibly can.
All right. Let's see if I can save against that. Well, it's gonna avoid you for this turn. Rufus.
Wait, can I
Dang.
also do a healing word on Kodu?
Yes.
You can go ahead. I can just roll that.
And
We'll attack Rufus twice. One will hit for 5 damage. Your strength is reduced by 2. Rufus.
I will continue attacking the one right in front of me with a rapier.
Okay. He's dead.
Jesus Christ, that's 3 crits this battle.
He's dead. Kodu.
I move right here and hit him with Flurry of Blows.
Kodu, did you add that 6 to your HP?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Didn't help.
Okay.
Hit.
And okay,
Miss.
he's on the hits. He's supposed to make a dex saving throw to not be prone.
Okay. They're immune prone. But he dies.
No, that's great. I pick up my darts, by the way.
Alright, so you've destroyed 3 shadows.
Yeah.
Your strength will not return. For a
Does or
while.
does not?
It does not.
Hey,
Doesn't-
Mr. Staff Person, go hit that crystal really, really hard. I think that we can break them out.
Mm, mm, mm. Ah,
Well, first I'm going to walk up and not touch it, but just take my really, really bright torch and stick it close to the crystal.
Okay.
See if that does anything.
No, but you definitely see the wisp flowing around inside of it.
Like
Can
it
you-
doesn't like it.
Can you even move at this point, Cynic?
Yeah, well, not very much. I still have 2 strength.
You're probably heavily encumbered.
Oh yeah, probably. But a long rest gets rid of the necrotic damage, right?
A short rest would.
Okay. And is this a place where we can take a short rest?
It
Should
takes
leave
8
the
hours.
dungeon if we get-
Takes
Oh.
8 hours and you
Hours,
roll
so-
night watches. Yeah, experience, that's worth 300.
and
First, we should
divide-
really try and figure out how to get our friends out of this thing,
Yeah.
and then we should take a short rest.
I agree. But I
Yeah.
think they will spawn the ghosts.
I think if you
I will-
smash it, it might kick them out.
Mm.
I have a feeling that that's our best bet at this point, but
Yeah,
I don't have the physical strength to smash it, even if I tried.
I can smash it, I guess. But,
Here,
well,
first, I'm gonna back up way over here.
so we are trying to smash it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's your
Yeah,
health
okay.
at, Kodu?
Then that's some.
I'm gonna
Oh.
do one more healing word on you before you do that.
Things.
And with them, pop
The shadows appear.
more shadows.
Whoa. What happened?
Someone,
Oh,
and
you guys
Nuraxis,
look like
you're
shit.
Nuraxis, you're
Um,
holding a torch,
God damn
right?
it.
Wait, 3 more shadows? 5 more?
5 shadows.
4.
Awesome.
Oh,
Awesome.
what the hell are these things? Says.
So,
They
Nuraxis,
don't
you're also
like
holding
light.
a torch.
No, I wasn't holding one initially.
Oh, I thought someone else was holding a torch.
I'm holding a torch, and so is Cynic.
I know, mine's currently still really bright.
Anyway, the torch does not appear to be doing anything but causing them to attack other people, which is a
I
good
know,
thing.
that's why I'm still holding it.
I can't roll that many shadow rolls. Let's roll just one. All right.
Yay.
So, Aaron, you pop out of the crystal. You felt like you were trapped for a very long time, or maybe no time at all. You really have no way of knowing, but popping out with you is a shadow that looks just like you.
As they're
Okay.
popping out, can we say they don't like the light?
Sure.
In case you might have a
Okay.
daylight spell or anything.
I don't, but I do have a firebolt. So I'm gonna firebolt.
You will do that
That
at
one.
disadvantage
Oh,
because you are within 5 feet.
okay. I'm gonna firebolt that one
You're
then.
still at disadvantage because there's somebody who's attacking you within 5
Okay.
feet.
Then I'll go with the one that's closest to me.
Okay. I need the
And-
second roll. You need to add.
Yeah.
Just always roll
That I
2.
did.
All right, you hit.
Okay.
And either way, you do 10 damage.
Excellent.
Oh,
That,
sorry.
they both roll 10.
It does seem to resist the fire as well, but it does some damage. The firebolt shoots through it, impacts the wall, and with it, a piece of the shadow disappears. Nuraxis, you're in a great
I
spot.
will hit the one up here with my magic Pact of the Blade hammer.
That's a good idea. He looks bad.
Yeah.
That slices right through him. No problem.
Good.
Okay. I'm going to mock one.
Which one?
Pick that one.
He saves.
Then I'm gonna give an inspiration dice to Kodu. And then cutting
not the
words
guy
I
with
can
the
use
magic
as,
weapon?
as a
Okay.
reaction, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Rufus.
I will attack the one right next to me with the rapier.
Hit. He resists. Kudu.
Okay, so I use my last key to take a dodge action as a bonus action and hit the one on the right, top right corner with a quarter step.
He dies.
And that's it.
Alright. The one on the left has 3 targets. That will be Kodu. The one on the bottom the 2 on the bottom have 2 targets. That will be 1 on Kodu and 1 on Neuraxis. 2 attacking Kodu.
Ooh.
Oh, the second one.
I'm gonna cutting words the second one if it hits Kodu.
Well, the second one's already at disadvantage. It was a 24 and a crit
Cutting words I thought does 1d6 off of their
Yeah.
attack roll.
off of their attack roll. It was a crit and then a 17. His AC is 16, so if you roll a 2, it'll miss. Would you like to cutting words?
Oh,
Yes, but it still hits. Sorry.
Oh.
No, come on.
Kodu,
I'm sorry.
you're taking 13
Oh, God.
necrotic damage,
Oh.
and your strength is reduced
Wow.
by 3. What is your strength now, Kodu?
3.
Don't worry, you're right there with me, single digit buddy. And we try to both lift our arms and clap, but they don't go up.
I roll a 19 to hit Neuraxis.
Oh,
Yep, that'll hit me.
14 necrotic damage, and your strength is reduced by 2.
Okay.
Everybody's so weak. This is awesome. Aaron.
All right, I'm gonna firebolt that one, which is at disadvantage, correct?
Yeah, add your second attack roll into your spell.
Yes, I did. I
Cool.
thought I had originally, but not for the
You
game.
miss. Neuraxis.
Swing the hammer again.
Bottom one.
Yeah, bottom one.
Okay. Hit,
Yeah,
and it is bloodied.
excellent.
Cynic.
Viciously mock.
This one.
The one on the left, yeah.
He saves. Rufus.
I'm also gonna do an inspiration dice to Ernest.
Excellent.
All right, I'm going to stab the one right next to me with a rapier.
You hit. Wow, Eli, nobody likes you.
What do you mean?
I mean, he's giving inspiration dice to everybody else, and you've got like a giant freaking Pact of the Blade maul that's clearly destroying these things hardcore.
Well, he's already doing stuff. He doesn't need a bonus. At least if I give it to someone who can throw firebolts at disadvantage, it might help them.
True. Kodu.
I attack one on the left.
Okay. Oh, Kodu's gonna get destroyed. Alright, let's see who they attack.
Oh no.
That one's attacking
Come on.
Kodu.
Come at me.
2 on Kodu, 1 on Neuraxis.
Hey.
God damn it.
Come.
Miss on Kodu. 13 misses on Kodu. And
I live.
you live in a miss on Neuraxis.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
Okay, if I move back, will this one get an attack of opportunity on me?
Unless you disengage, yes.
Then I will stay here, and I will shoot a fireball at that one. That looks pretty bloodied.
Okay, you hit. He resists. But he's looking pretty bad. Neuraxis.
Yeah, I'll try and finish off the one in the bottom corner.
He's dead.
and then I'll take a step up to hassle the other one.
Cynic.
I'm going to mock that one.
He saves Rufus.
Damn it! These shadows are wise.
I will stab the ghost next to me.
You miss.
Shit.
I use my action to disengage.
Not a terrible idea.
Next to me, the light scares them.
Run! And that's
It attacks Aaron. Missing, and then Neuraxis hitting.
I'll cutting words the one that hits
It
Neuraxis.
hits it. I rolled a 22. He has an AC of 18, which means you'd need to get a 5.
That should only be a 16. I don't know why that hasn't updated.
Oh, okay. Well, then you can't
So-
cutting words it.
Yeah, then never mind.
Yeah.
You could cutting words the damage, I believe. It's
True.
You
10.
can take it.
It's 10 damage.
Okay.
And
So I lose the temporary I just got. And then 4.
and your
Okay.
strength score is reduced by 1.
Oh, that's not so bad. Okay.
Aaron.
Okay. That one's pretty bloodied, but I'm aim for that one with another firebolt.
Hit.
Excellent.
Neuraxis.
Swing my hammer again at the one by me.
Hit. He is dead.
Sweet. Take my temporary hit points back.
Cynic.
And
God,
move
I
up to the
hate
last
this
one.
guy.
I'm
Those
going
witches are too
to mock the
strong.
last one.
It's not fair, man. He rolls a 1 and dies.
Yay! I mocked him to death.
You mocked him. You shamed him to
You
death.
insulted a
Excellent.
ghost.
oh
No.
yeah.
Short rest, gentlemen.
Yeah, we should maybe. I feel tired.
Yeah, I feel like we should.
Go out of this dungeon maybe. Rest
I
outside.
feel like I'm not gonna make it out of the dungeon with the heavy encumbrance and 2 strength.
Oh,
Look, when we
Yeah.
come back, we don't touch anything but the fennel. Are we agreed?
All right.
Yes.
I think we could short rest here. It seems to be safe enough. The only thing that wanted to harm us was something that we touched.
Yeah, I think we should go upstairs. It feels like a bad idea
I
to stay down
I
here.
think
Yeah.
we should go upstairs.
Yeah.
Everything in
okay.
here is dead, though, guys.
Haha.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha! Excellent.
I'm dead.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll try that then.
Okay, you go back outside. It's dark.
Okay, guys.
What our
Can we just like camp right in the mouth of the, like right at the very entrance instead?
yeah,
It's-
they
It's
don't
also
like light.
autumn.
Oh,
Wait, when was it when we went in?
Summer.
Oh,
Oh shit.
oh, that was.
Oh,
well,
Yay!
So we
time,
took a-
missing time again. Seems like that one time I went to the Feywild.
I feel like we need a rest.
yeah,
Yes.
I agree, and I will
We've
use
been at
Song
this
of
for
Rest.
months.
months without.
So
Well,
we start
possibly
spending hit
years.
dice.
Yeah, so
So
you can
who-
rest here. Let me roll my night watch.
Yep.
Nothing happens. The night passes uneventfully. You wake up rested and refreshed.
Oh, okay.
Do we get our strength back?
You do.
Cool.
I assume there will be a song of rest being played for this.
Yes. Also
Excellent.
doing one.
So it's a d6 per
Yeah,
dice?
you get 1d6 for free.
per dice or per just
Or just rest, that's it.
Okay.
But I'm back up to max now.
No, Cynic rolls the d6, I believe, right?
Oh,
It's
Oh,
just
Okay, then everyone gets a bonus 6.
everybody gets a bonus 6.
That's better.
Nice.
Oh, cool. So
That's way better.
8.
Basically, and you have to realize that anytime I do Song of Rest, you're just listening to Kenny G style smooth jazz played on a kazoo.
I'm okay with that.
So restful,
I'll take what I can
relaxing.
Doo-doo-doo.
We haven't heard music in months.
That was exactly what I needed.
So the strength is back, right?
get. Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
I've actually probably got some Kenny G style jazz.
Oh gosh.
Oh, here we go.
Played on a kazoo.
Oh wait a minute, that's what I forgot to do.
Now imagine this played on a kazoo.
Amazing.
All right.
With the kazoo.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Terrible.
And then you enter in the dungeon again,
Yep, back in we go.
and you arrive back at the same spot. No
Cool.
shit was that.
Are the shadowy bodies still there?
No,
they just
they
all
disappeared as soon as you killed them.
Cool.
But
Yeah,
the total
it was no
experience for
lootable
that was
corpses.
700, just so you have that accurately
700 in total.
in total.
So,
No.
my thaumaturgy has gone away, but that's fine.
Your torches have also all burned out,
Yeah.
so you
Thank
need to
you.
take another one
I
off
have-
your sheet.
So someone else is gonna have to give me another one if they want another one.
I'll give you a torch.
When we fought in just us three, fought the Sprite, do we get this divided XP by 3 or?
Yes, that will
five.
be divided by
Yeah,
3.
okay.
Yeah, the 300.
Leo's keeping track of it. Or
Okay,
Lee,
so I handed
Leo, whatever.
whoever a torch.
Cynic.
Cynic. Here you go.
Cool. I have a torch again in my hand again. So
Okay,
that
we're
that
heading-
last night long rest is not spells, but is it a long rest enough for my inspiration
It
dice?
is a short rest.
It's a short rest.
Darn. Okay. Well,
This way, follow me.
alrighty.
He says confidently, as if he's
I
been
can-
here before.
I can see really far, so hopefully, if anything is terribly wrong. Let's take a quick. Okay, to the north ends in a little short corridor, and then we can go really far east or south.
Give me a
What do we
perception check, Neuraxis.
Sure.
I also have a GM question. From
Okay.
last week, do we still have our 147 experience even though we went to level
No.
3 because the Hall Heroes?
No, your experience is set at like 1800.
Zero again?
1800, I believe. Whatever, or 900, whatever the level 3 experience is. All right, so you would see two things, and you would probably stop Kodu from walking forward at this point because of that. First thing you
Okay.
see is a trap here on the floor. It's a pretty
Whoa,
well
whoa, whoa,
disguised
whoa,
pit
whoa.
trap. Pretty well
oh.
disguised.
Okay.
And then way down the hall, you see something in the darkness kind of wandering about.
Oh yeah. I can see a thing down there, but I can't pick out what it is. Right.
Right.
So I'll walk towards the pit trap. So just stay behind me. Oh god,
Okay.
it's getting closer.
It's just kind of meandering.
Okay. There's something at the end of the corridor.
You can
but-
kind of make out what it is now. It seems to look a little bit like this blue-skinned.
It looks like a zombie.
Now, I have an idea.
Yeah, of course you do.
There's a pit trap in front of us, and there's a zombie over there. So if we
I see
shoot
where
it
you're going with this.
and it comes towards us,
Why
then it
don't I
falls in
just
the
make
hole.
something like? Why don't I just create an illusion or something to tempt it into the pitfall, to the trap?
That's
Because I have
better.
both thaumaturgy and a minor illusion to make something that would look really believable.
Yeah, but I also like hurting things.
I know, but okay, it's up to you, sir. If that's what you want to do, I'm not going to stop you from hurting things and taking out your anger on unsuspecting, not living creatures.
I will throw an Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay, roll to hit. You will hit. And are you just going to now... Is everybody's going to do exactly what they said and wait for it to run in your direction?
I'll mock it as soon as I can see it, because at this time I still cannot.
Okay.
More of
So as
them are
soon as
coming.
it gets close enough.
Let me have everybody stop moving. Going into initiative.
Yeah.
Alright, now Aaron, you can... If you can see it, you can shoot it.
I
You can't see it.
cannot see it.
Ready,
I'm
action,
gonna
shoot.
move.
Okay. Oh shit.
Oh, so can I still move and...
You can still move and ready in action.
Okay, so I'm gonna move over here and ready an arrow for when I see one.
Okay. Rufus.
I'll stay where I am and ready a shot with a longbow.
Okay. Neuraxis, it's on you again.
I'll Eldritch Blast the other one that I can see now. Whoops, that's the wrong one. There we go. Oh god. So yeah, I fire the Eldritch Blast at it. I miss horribly.
Your strategy works. That's what a 21 perception will get you with 120 feet of sight.
Yeah.
And they fall into the pit and attempt to claw their way out, but are unsuccessful. You can coup de grace them, or you can leave them here to rot.
Oh god, yeah. They're worth XP, and also I can steal temporary hit points.
No problem. Well done, guys.
I'm
Well
just
done.
going to stand there and play some music. Again, Kenny G style smooth jazz as he goes on a killing spree of things that are in a pit.
Yeah, you're just watching a Dragonborn fire magical blast down at two zombies that can't get out.
There's something very romantic right now with the beautiful music and the murdering undead creatures.
You know, this just feels right.
Yeah.
It's a little
This
bit-
is the safest way to adventure, sure.
You haven't heard this one before in the realm of Tidebreak, but he's working out this new genre of music.
This is different, Cynic, but I like it.
To be fair, it probably goes well with the Eldritch Blast like light show going off.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, do they pop into a lot of XP or only a little bit?
They pop into a standard amount of XP.
Okay.
These are, I believe, that's how it is.
It's really distracting.
You'll get 400 experience.
Cool. Okay, so we can't really go this way because crossing the pit trap's going to be kind of dangerous, I assume.
Girls.
So is there any
Um,
way around it?
yes.
Or does it take up?
South.
Yeah, back here. Back this way.
Okay.
Yeah, over here. Alright, go carefully.
Yeah.
I'll follow. And keep
Right, there's
everyone in light range.
There's a
Yeah, we are-
room here that doesn't go anywhere.
We would be looking for the traps.
You
Maybe.
see a couple of
Okay.
skeletons laying here in gentle repose.
Ooh, can I
Cool.
look?
Can we
like...
loot them?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Loot the
Maybe
dead!
Be careful
Please be careful.
that they are actually dead. not just pretending to
Okay.
be it, I guess.
First, I will create an illusion of myself looting the dead.
Um,
Do they react?
Nothing moves.
Okay.
throw a rocket then?
So there's only one thing of any value in this. One of them seems to be buried with a dagger that has it's very ornamental. It's got a nice little gem in it. It's probably worth about 10 gold if you were to sell it.
What did you say it was?
A dagger.
Ornamental
Oh,
dagger. Not functional.
You could use it as a dagger.
It's just
Okay.
a fancy.
So let's keep
dagger.
going.
So that's worth 10.
10 gold pieces, that's right.
Let's keep going, guys. We
Okay.
got lycanthropes to cure.
So, are we gonna
Alright.
grab the dagger or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I'll use Mage Hand and just grab it as we go past.
Sure.
We don't even need to go in there.
No
Okay,
problem. You drop a dagger in your backpack.
we can go. We can
Mr.
go.
Eyes, keep going.
Well, that's the thing. We can go west down a big long corridor. We can go east down a short corridor, but I can see some water over here, or we can keep going south, where there is also water.
Well, west is where we came from originally, so I think south or east are our best bets.
Alright, we'll keep going south then.
The corridors are kind of moving down. Like they're slightly downhill, and you see the water kind of running down the walls and things and pooling in these big pools in the bottoms.
Okay.
So south is literally down.
I mean, yeah,
South and east. You're going kind of into the center.
which explains why there's water over that way and that way.
So
Okay.
which way do we want to go now?
It's convenient that it's so easy to explain that, given that I just randomly generated the map and there was water there.
I'm gonna say we keep going because if the stuff's gonna be at the heart, the
would
heart's
see-
probably gonna be fairly deep underground.
You would see 2 more corpses in this room, these more recently buried.
Huh.
Loot the dead!
Loot the dead.
Again, it's the mage hand touch from
Yeah.
like 30 feet. Do they?
Say
and
they're
then
dead.
do
They
they
don't
move?
need it.
Yeah, but first make sure they're definitely
True.
dead.
Loot the dead. That's our team's motto.
Or the dead.
Yeah, so I'll prod
Oh.
one with mage hand. Oh god. Okay.
They will stir as soon as the mage hand enters.
Yay!
Jesus
Wait.
Christ.
Seriously
Wakey wakey
again.
everyone. Who's
Alright.
getting honked at?
I don't know. Probably Never mind. I live in a slightly lower class neighborhood where people pull this kind of shit. Aaron,
Yeah,
you're up first.
I can see nothing. Move. 1, 2, 3.
Now do you see the problem?
I do see the problem. Da-da.
I think you have an inspiration dice anymore. Neither of them do.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's been 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna shoot an arrow at it. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Excellent. That was first one.
Okay. It's going to charge.
So as I say, do these look like the zombies from upstairs, or are they different?
They are different.
Okay.
But they look similar.
They're not like the shadow. They just look like those two that we let fall into a pit, probably.
Similar.
Yeah.
Not the same.
Maybe not as long rotted or something.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe. So it's going to rush at Aaron
Okay.
and scratch at you with its claws, hitting.
Okay.
Cutting word.
It hits with a 19.
What's your armor?
14.
Not worth it. Sorry.
Fine.
It's hitting you for 7 slashing damage. Now, you were an elf, correct?
Yep.
Nothing happens.
Excellent.
Neuraxis. It misses.
Cool. I will respond with my hammer. I also miss.
You do. Reasonable choice.
All right.
Rufus.
Come on, Rufus Burger.
I'm gonna move over here and take a shot at this one with the longbow.
That'll kill it.
Hooray!
Catch
Yay!
it square in the neck.
Cool. I can move without fear of repercussion. So, my turn. I'm, of course, going to mock it.
It saves.
And then I'm just going to move over here a little bit just because I can.
Kodu.
I'm here and just attack the Bane.
2 misses. Aaron.
Oh.
Would I be advantaged because of Neuraxis if I shoot it from here?
Not advantaged, but you can shoot it.
Okay. Well, but I'm not disadvantaged.
No, that's only when an enemy's within 5 feet of
Right.
you. They're interfering with your ability to make ranged attacks. And then
Oh.
it's going to attack
Damn you, wise zombie.
Kodu. Kodu, you're not an elf, are you?
I'm a wood elf, so
Oh, well, shit. He misses anyway. Alright.
no, that's great.
These guys paralyze you if you're not an elf.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Well, then I
Well, good thing we got some elves.
Yup.
Oh god.
Rufus.
I will shoot.
11's not good enough.
Aw.
He saves. Kodu. That's enough. He dies.
loot at that.
Yeah.
Loot the
Now.
Loot the dead. Loot the dead in vicious mockery.
One of them's got a piece of paper on it. Says
Stop looting the dead.
you have earned 400
Oh.
XP.
The paper says you have it. Nice.
Cool.
So now can we finish looting the dead if there's anything else in there?
Yeah, check their room, I guess.
Is there anything in the room worth a while?
Yeah, hold on. I rolled for stuff in this. Here we go.
Okay.
So there's another. Actually, there's a. Something in here that catches your eye. It is a magic item.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, indeed. Because this is a spell scroll.
Ooh, I can learn spells.
And the spell.
It's a vicious mockery. Ah.
Neuraxis, give me a D8.
Okie dokie.
And then give me a D15.
Teen?
There you go.
Alright.
Oh.
It's a scroll of Featherfall.
That's nice.
I can learn that spell.
Can you learn from scrolls?
Well,
So?
if he can learn it, he can use the spell scroll.
That's true.
And bards can literally look to do any class of spell.
Now you can walk at the front, then if there's a pit trap, you can just cast the scroll, right? And everything is fine.
Well, you'll see it better than I will, but okay.
I'm just messing with you.
Where to?
I say we keep going down.
Yeah, what's the thing on the
There's a
bottom?
dead end on
Okay.
the left, it looks like.
There's water to the south, dead end to the west, or we can proceed east.
Let's check out the
So-
dead end to the west, because I feel like there might be more corpses to loot.
Can I? Yeah.
There can be if you
Can I-
want.
Is there something interesting on the left corridor?
Yes. Several
no,
more
it's a dead end.
corpses.
Oh, wait,
More
step
lootable
back.
corpses?
Yep.
Mage
How
hand
many would
poke.
you like there to be?
Just 2, that's fine.
So 4.
Oh.
Mage hand poke. Does anything get angry?
Nothing moves. These appear to be all but dust.
Ah.
And nothing lootable?
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
A gold ring worth 10 gold.
Cool.
Worth it.
We just
Okay.
stole a dead
Look.
guy's wedding ring.
He doesn't need it.
Who says it's a guy's ring?
We just stole a dead person's wedding ring.
There we go.
Yeah, did you just
They
assume
don't
the
share.
skeleton's gender?
Yeah, man.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
if it was a female, at least in my culture, they would have 2 rings.
You can look at the hip bones.
Triggered.
Not if they're dust.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay. Go careful. That's a big... Oh no, that's the same room. Thank God. That was just a weird shadow bug.
You would see something. No, let me lock tokens.
Sure.
It'd be giving off
Okay.
light.
Oh dear. Well,
I'm ready to mock it.
oh. Oh, hello.
What's it look like?
Looks
Oh.
like a
Oh.
Like a
Just-
ball of light.
ball of light, and it's going to dart off down the hall.
Mm.
Well, that's not ominous.
Heck
or
you, I
anything.
want to mock you.
So,
You want to mock
In-
it?
in
No.
that direction?
No, it.
I
To the
don't think it
south.
would even be in range when I first saw it for only
Okay.
Down
second.
here.
Big gentleman and lady, what do you guys wish to do? Do we wish to follow and chase and mock the ball, or do we wish
I'll-
to ignore it?
Are we
How
looking
about-
for a plant? Or...
Yeah, we're looking for plants. We can
Yeah,
forget
so
about the floor.
You would
I
see
think
it
we should-
again,
Oh, hello.
Oh.
and then it disappears through the wall to the south.
Through the wall.
Yes.
Okay.
Did that look like the things in the glass that we touched? Or similar?
No,
No, they-
this is like an actual ball of light that's like blinking
Oh,
and
okay.
shimmering,
Flying.
and flying and stuff. With a nature
Okay.
check, one of the rangers or outlanders might be able to identify it.
I would love to name check it.
I'm not good at that.
I'll do it just because I'm a jack of all trades.
14.
Oh, you've got the thing.
She definitely knows more than I do. I see a ball.
You might have heard a little bit about these, Aaron. What you would know is that these are little spirits that feed on the energy of the undead, or of the dead.
Ah.
They feed on the energy of the dead.
Good? Not sure.
Do I know if they are generally dangerous?
You've heard stories about them like luring small children into the forests so they're killed so they can feed on their spirits.
Oh god.
So
Let's
Okay.
go kill the strange ball of light.
No, we need to find the plants.
No,
Ball
too
of-
late.
Oh,
Mocking
shit.
it
Where is it?
the ball is on the left.
right there, and I wanted to mock it before it was out of range.
Oh, for
You only
God.
saw it for. I can give you a reflex, a dexterity save to see if you can get off a mocking as it appears behind you and then disappears. Okay. You can certainly mock it.
Are you abusing the tiny undead?
precision
Hey,
looking.
you shiny thing, come here.
You don't know if it has any impact.
Let's just keep moving and keep eyes
You
open.
hear the sound
would
of
suggest
distant whispers.
not- Oh,
From
Oh.
what
I
you
pissed
told
it off.
Oh, for Christ! Yeah, but how many of them are there?
That's a good question. to
Right now,
find out the
Cynic.
answer to in one moment here.
Right now, Cynic, you hear the sound of one distant whisper. It says, "Hey, you little ball of delicious light, come back here."
No,
Great.
you come here. I'll be your friend.
Wait,
I need a
where did-
friend.
Cool. Come here,
So-
friend.
I'm so lonely.
Yeah,
Oh, God,
we're
it's a
all a
dead
little
kid.
lonely on the inside.
It's a dead kid. It's a dead kid. It's a dead kid.
Play with me.
Okay, we'll play hide and seek. You hide, I'll seek.
Yay.
The other way around would be better.
And I'm pretty sure that none of them hear the whispering, so I'm just talking to
Come
myself out loud.
Find me. No, everybody hears it.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Come
let's not
find
follow the
me.
creepy light.
Okay,
that's
kid.
fine. Yeah,
let's play hide and
definitely.
seek.
Come on, let's get out. Oh, I think we're locked. Oh dear.
I told the light to play hide and seek.
The light is feeding, looting the energy of that.
Let's
Play
just get
hide
out
and
of.
seek. You hide, I'll seek.
Let's just get out of here. Come on.
Count
Yeah.
to 1,000.
We'll come back for you.
Some
Where to? Oh, do you need to be unlocked?
Yeah.
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 There you go.
Right, let's go east. Get away from the light. Oh, keep your eyes open back there. I
Mm-hmm.
do not want to be snuck up on. Okay, it proceeds to the south or to the east. What do you want?
Yes.
South.
Yeah.
Well, the little thing was south, so let's keep going east.
I like that
The
plan.
first time
agree.
you saw it, it was east.
Yeah, but it went.
I can see some stairs here. Do they go down?
They go up.
Oh.
Oh, you would see something in this room.
Oh God. Well.
Loot the dead?
Careful. Be very careful.
Hey, you're the one with Magi and you poke it.
I don't just poke things. How very dare you?
This thing is.
And I don't
certainly-
just mock things. Wait, yes I do.
This thing is certainly a source of treasure. You can see that
Oh.
much of the casket is gold inlaid, and there are piles of treasure on and around it.
Are there
I
any
definitely sense a trap, but I'm willing to walk into it.
But it's a
Yeah, that's definitely a
sarcophagi.
trap.
It is
Do you really
like-
want to steal from the dead?
Yeah,
What have
we
we
did.
been doing this whole time?
Yeah, but
And I
Rich
pull out
dead.
the shiny golden ring I found on the last corpse.
rich dead. This is different.
That's even better!
It's way more dangerous. They can afford defenses.
The creepy kid will come or something like that.
Well, okay. At this point, we've already spent most of our collective funds just trying to get here. We need more money so that if anything comes to worst, we can go home.
All right, fine,
A good point.
fine.
So-
Besides,
Your-
if I have to, I will use a persuasion check on you to do this.
So there are three clear pieces of treasure here that look to be of a reasonable value on the outside, not to mention what may be inside.
Okay.
It appears to be relatively unguarded, or completely unguarded.
Appears to be.
Wait. How far away am I? 35. Oh, I need to go a step closer. Oh God.
Check for traps?
Right.
No?
Yeah.
Roll a deck save. No, I'm kidding.
Right. 30 feet. It's time for some mage hand poke.
Okay. You
Can I also
reach out.
brighten my torch and make a higher light radius for this?
Thaumaturgy doesn't last very long.
I know, but it's a cantrip. I can just do it for free.
Yeah.
I'm more like, would it actually increase our sight radius as a group?
For a
if I
very
were to
short amount
brighten
of
it.
time.
Sure, let's do that. Let's make it brighter for 1 minute.
Well, Oh, I can see, but fine.
Thank
It's
you.
more for like in case Rufus or someone needs to shoot.
So Neuraxis,
Right.
you send out a mage hand and you like jostle some of this treasure, and it appears to just jostle, like the helmet and the two gauntlets. They appear to be made of gold, and they're just kind of laid on top of this.
I want a
This
golden
sarcophagus.
crown, don't you?
Wait.
No.
They're
Yes.
totally cursed.
Now,
Is the-
I'm assuming one of these objects would weigh less than 10 pounds.
Yes.
I will pick
In
it up
fact,
with
probably
the mage hand.
probably both of the gauntlets would.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah, you pick it up with the mage hand. Nothing appears to happen.
Okay, I can
can
open
I-
the chest
Wait.
without going over there.
Wait. I'm going to bring it closer so we can take a look at it and see if there's like, abandon hope or ye who enter here written on the side or something. So yeah, I'll ever so slowly float the spectral hand carrying this like crown over to us. So that I can take
You've got a
better look
gauntlet
at it.
right now. The crown
Oh,
weighs a
yeah.
little more than 10 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
it's.
would it be? To...
What are you trying to do? See if there's something written on it? There's nothing written on it. It's
Yeah,
just
like-
nicely forged gold.
I suppose it'd probably be Arcana to like
Can you
examine
do
it
a
for.
check on it?
Sure, you can do an Arcana check on it.
I like
Looking for
shiny things, so
runes
I'm
and
going to as
things.
well.
Give me
Okay.
Arcana and Perception, just to cover all the bases.
Okay.
Perception I got down.
Yeah, no, I've got no idea. I'm too busy holding it with magic.
Yeah, it appears to just be a solid gold, or maybe not solid gold, but a gold bracer. You don't see any runes on it or anything like that, Cynic? You don't see any runes or anything like that on it. It does have the glow of gold.
Someone open their bag, we'll drop it in. Just try not to touch it.
I want to make a check for traps around the entrance to this.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Investigation?
Perception.
Oh, perception.
You can roll investigation too if you prefer.
Nope, that perception.
take perception.
Crit.
Take that one.
It doesn't appear to be trapped in any way. Like there's no pit traps, there's no ropes, there's nothing.
I think I can use thaumaturgy to make the casket open.
Oh,
Nah,
if it's not locked.
That'd be too
Yeah.
heavy.
I'm gonna shoot a firebolt
Um,
at it.
Whoa, pause.
I can mock it.
I'll grab the other gauntlet with the mage hand and drop that in the bag.
Okay.
I can mock the casket if that'll help. That's
Right.
about as much as a firebolt.
Are we willing to enter the room?
Absolutely.
Yep. Yes. Slowly and carefully.
So the two gauntlets you have already found, you can go in and add 90 gold to your sheet for those. The crown
Okay.
appears to be worth more.
Okay.
Careful.
I will gladly change out if we get this crown. Some of my rewards for the ability to walk around with a gold crown on my head for a while.
Oh my god. If you're willing to pick it up, you can wear it until the end of the adventure.
Can I make another perception check just to see if anything? Hey!
Oh my
You at this point with those two 20s, you perceive the whole of the universe.
I can see through time and space.
Though you can see inside this room, and there doesn't appear to be any traps. It's just an old sarcophagus, much like the corpses that were laid before you, unguarded, no traps blocking them. There was a pit trap earlier on, just because that seemed cool, but this doesn't appear to be trapped in any
It would
way.
deter like idle foes.
Right.
Well, yeah, if you're willing to pick it up, you can wear it till the end of the adventure.
Okay. Pick up and put on the golden crown.
Who does that?
Cynic.
Okay. It takes two hands to lift this thing. It's reasonably heavy. And you pick it up and you put it on your head. And that's when you realize that this thing is covered in sovereign glue. Your hands are now attached to the crown, which is now attached to your head.
Cool. How does that work with the torch? I don't think I could have picked it up then if it required two hands.
I assume you put the torch down because you said I pick it up.
I didn't know it was going to take 2 hands to pick up.
Set the torch down, pick it up, put it on, and realize it's
And then
all
you
stuck
can't.
now.
Okay.
Oh
God.
I believe though.
Hey,
Vicious
Rufus, because he's
mockery.
standing right next to me, and I tell him to take my kazoo out of my pocket and put it in my mouth.
I do this.
So you can still mock.
And then I just go, I'm ready for combat.
I believe your spells are not somatic. I believe they're just verbal.
No, they're
right?
not. It's just for theme. It's just for, you know what I mean, purpose. Like, now I can go,
We'll deal with this when we get out of here.
Now what?
Oh, I'm pretty sure I could get myself out of this if I was willing to burn a spell point.
We need to find the plants now, I guess.
Yeah.
Is this like a door, or what is this brown line? Just like here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Guys,
it's a
come
projector
with me for a
screen.
second, because I think I could actually just wash the glue off in the water right there.
I doubt it. Right.
How you are gonna do that?
That's become a wall.
Put your head in it, or
Yes, I'm going to hold my head
Okay.
underwater until the glue comes off.
That is a terrible
Insane.
idea.
Sure, let's do it.
this.
I'll stand here and watch.
Okay. Are you doing that, Cynic?
No. I'm just speaking out loud of more bad ideas that I can possibly have, because I've already have my hands glued to my head.
Sorry about that.
I'm okay with it. I'm still wearing a gold crown.
Did we have any interest in trying to open up this sarcophagus?
Absolutely. I wouldn't touch it with your bare hands, though.
Don't look. Just leave. For now, he's still useful. Let's just continue. This is a problem to be dealt with later.
So you would see, actually, you would know that void fennel grows at the site of the most, the heart of the death zone or whatever. You feel like maybe you're in the center of the hill right now.
It's inside the casket.
Based on how you've traveled, you get the sense that since the will-o-wisp was maybe hanging around here, this might be a key.
It's inside the
It
casket.
could be
Come on,
inside the
guys.
casket.
It could be, but touching the casket
Okay.
feels like a very gluey idea.
Could you try,
Put
Cody,
on a
could you try
glove,
opening it with your
push it
quarterstaff?
open, and then if you have to, take the glove off.
Wait, I'll try pushing it open with my pack to the blade weapon. Because if it gets stuck, I just make it disappear and appear another one.
Okay. It's a little bit heavy to push open, but you can make a strength check.
Sure.
Athletics would be fine.
Okay. Not great.
Well, no, it's fine. You're able to shove the top of the lid of this sarcophagus off, and it crashes to the ground.
Oh, that was probably loud.
I can make it louder if you want, or quieter.
No.
Well, I could actually literally thaumaturgy in quietness.
Is there anything in there?
Yes.
A dead person.
A corpse and much treasure.
Okay. Is
It's a
it
blue
trapped?
purple.
Wait. Everybody step back. We're going to do the patented poke and smoke.
There's probably
Okay.
glue everywhere.
Alright, are we all spread out in a circle? We're all ready? If it kicks off? You got your kazoo in your mouth? Okay, good. I will rustle, sort of pick up some of the gold and nudge the corpse.
Mm-hmm.
Does anything bad happen?
Yes.
Yay.
Okay.
Of course it does.
Cynic, I'm going to need you to sit this one out, buddy. Cynic starts acting strange.
Oh, God.
Oh.
You can see kind of the life leave his face.
The kazoo flatlines. That's not good.
Aaron, you're first. What do you do?
Okay, what do I see?
You see Cynic appearing not himself, perhaps possessed by something.
Oh, wunderbar.
Okay.
He can do it. He can do it.
Don't worry, I'm out of spells basically, so he can't use me for that.
You can. You have hands on your head, so you are no
Yes.
use, I guess.
And a kazoo in my mouth.
So I see nothing other than Cynic being weird, which is not all that unusual.
In fact, I'm going to go on and say that the way he's being weird is that he runs over towards E3. Runs over to you, Aaron, and headbutts you.
Okay.
Oh, you're stuck to it.
So I'm gonna hit him.
Let's see if he gets you where he gets you by limb. He's stuck to your right leg. You're gonna have half movement for the entire combat. He headbutts your leg.
Okay, so his head is now stuck to my leg.
Right.
Can I?
He's
I don't want to
seizing
actually
on the ground.
hurt him badly. Can I hit him with a fist
Sure.
and not the face?
Not the face.
Or
Okay.
kick him, knee him. Something.
Sure. Absolutely.
All right. What do I roll for that?
Unarmed attack, strength check.
Okay.
Unskilled
would be-
strength check in your skills.
Yes. That's not the right one. Sorry.
You sneak up on him.
No,
Well,
no, she doesn't.
Well, he's glued to your leg.
Yeah, he notices because you're glued to him.
You can't quite hit him.
Okay. A little too awkward.
Yeah. You're trying to avoid the crown.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. I'm not a very strong or skilled fighter.
Alright, I am going to try to knock him prone with an athletics check.
Okay.
The push.
And you're taking Aranith with me.
Bang.
Just push him over.
Would you like to resist that? Or I guess Cynic doesn't have a call. He's going to resist that. What's your strength?
Yeah.
9.
Yeah. That's not going to happen. You fall over. Aaron,
Do I also fall over?
give me a strength check. Strength. It can be athletics or acrobatics.
Go with acrobatics. Slightly better.
You also fall over.
Awesome. It's like,
Hey, Mr. Holy Weapon, come smack the crown off my head.
Yeah, do that. Go do.
That would take his head off with it. So.
Oh. Is there anything new happened in the sarcophagi?
No, but the loot appears relatively unguarded. You think you could probably take a bunch of it and run out. While everybody
like
else is
you read
distracted.
No thanks.
Like you read my mind.
No idea. Wait, I did just check one thing. Can I try? Yeah, can I try to take some water into water skin?
Sure. Well, you've already got a full water skin.
Yeah, just try to like mix it or.
Sure. You fill up your water skin with the strange runoff water in the undead
Yeah,
place.
trying not to touch it down.
Okay.
Okay.
Araxis.
I'll move towards the sarcophagus. Mage hand, gold bag. It's just like you're. What am I gonna do about it?
Just
Crown
look at
office.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
he's going to flop around seizing. A bit closer this way. Rufus, give me a dexterity save. as you see. Okay, you're able to step back and avoid being stuck to. At which point, I think
Is this guy like a Katamari? Is that what's happening?
that's exactly what's happening.
What?
Yep, Aaron.
Yeah. Can I attempt to unstick myself?
Sure, give me a strength save. No.
Not good.
Oh, good. You pull and pull, but can't separate yourself from the crown.
Is he like attached to my clothing?
Yeah.
Can I take my pants off?
Yeah.
Like, that would probably work, yeah.
Rufus.
Wait,
You have to do it
Oh, I
next
could-
turn.
He will be free.
Okay.
The Dawn remove action has or doff has a time attached to it for your armor class. So look and see how long
Oh.
it takes you to doff your armor. Depends on if you're light, medium, or heavy.
I think I'm light, but I'll check.
Then that should doff pretty quickly.
I think I'm going to try moving up and grabbing him by his legs and trying to move him over to this pool of water over here.
Sure.
So I guess that would be a grapple check.
Yeah. So he's going to be fighting against you.
With my awful 9 strength.
You succeed in grabbing him. Where would you like to move him to?
I would like to, if possible, toss him into this pool of water over here.
Sure.
Baptize me!
or drown him because he can't swim.
Excellent.
Um,
Thanks.
let's see how that goes.
Coded.
Okay. I guess I moved to. So.
Pretty sure my torch is out now too. Or no, actually technically it's on the floor back by the
Yeah,
sarcophagus, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh. Mm, I. Yeah, that's it. Nothing else. Oh.
What are we doing, Kodu?
Just moved here, and I guess I try to hold in her, so she doesn't fall into as
Okay.
much.
You
or
can provide
something.
Thanks.
assistance on her climbing.
Yeah.
Neuraxis.
Gold bag.
Sure.
Like,
You also do
You
see
do
the
you,
void
man.
fennel under some of the gold. You
Hey,
can
hey, guys,
spoon in some of that as
Get it.
well.
ladies, gentlemen, I found the fennel.
I'm going to attempt to swim up. That'd probably be some kind of a check.
What check do you want me to roll?
No, don't worry about it. Kind of flail around, but you can't swim, so. Rufus.
I guess I'm going to try to help Erin escape from this glue situation she has.
Awesome.
Okay. Could.
I help Cynic not sink, I guess. Not drown or anything.
Okay, Neuraxis. More gold
Yes.
bag. Neuraxis gold bagging. Aaron, you can make a strength check again to strength saving throw to separate yourself from the helmet.
Okay.
Is it with advantage since I'm helping her?
Yes, it is. That'll do it.
Okay.
Your pants.
21. Awesome.
Your pants tear.
That's fine.
There's a piece of pants now covering Cynic's
Stuck
head,
stuck to his head. Yes.
which means he's no longer encumbered by you.
But some of the glue is covered with pants. That's the key.
Yeah.
So wait, we just need to stick stuff all over his head.
Or you can now hold on to where those pants are attached and pull.
Just drag him around.
Grab onto the cloth and pull it off my head.
Rufus.
Is it my turn again after the help?
Yes.
In that case, I will, I guess, try grabbing Cynic out of the water and pin him onto the ground.
Okay. He's not going to resist.
Are his hands still attached to the head?
Yes. There's still plenty of crown to go around.
Then I support Rufus.
Trying to pin him on the ground.
Yeah. Not touching the helm.
Okay. Neuraxis.
I don't know what else to do.
Just
Like,
shoveling gold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's grab some fennel, I
Right.
guess. Like,
So
Your mage hand to rip that thing off my head.
it can only move 10 pounds.
Yes, but it would also be 10 pounds of pressure added to the other people.
you can break a
pulling it
neck
off.
with only 8 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to pull separate his skull from his spine.
Yeah, but that's 8 pounds of pressure with no resistance.
So this is like a scene out of The Exorcist, right? Like this dude's just flailing around on the ground. People are holding him down. He's doing everything he can to get a helmet on any of you. Aaron's pulled out of the water. But as he's pinned, he's not going to be able to do much of anything so long as you guys continue to hold the pin.
Okay, so
Great.
can I take off my armor and then
Oh dear.
take off my shirt and wrap my shirt around his head?
Sure.
Good lord.
So I'm wearing light armor, so it takes me a minute to get it off unless Neuraxis wants to help me.
But think of how much money I could cut away.
You should be playing Yakety Sax right now.
No, Norex will stare intently into the coin and fennel and just keep putting in his bag.
All right.
It's
So I
this
take
isn't
off my armor, take off my
especially
shirt.
because I have traveler's clothes in my bag. If we just want to stick those around
Well,
his head.
I kind of assume we're wearing our clothes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, my inventory says traveler's clothes.
You would assume that, but Neuraxis is not.
Neuraxis.
I'm a lizard, and chafing is a different problem for me.
Well, if you have clothes that are not being worn. No?
You
Okay.
should see the size of you should see the bottle of baby powder Neuraxis carries with him at all times.
Wait, the cloaca is a very sensitive region.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's my plan.
Fair enough.
You guys can hold him.
Hold him while I take my clothes off, guys.
Exactly.
All
This
right.
doesn't sound like we're going to an interesting conclusion
That's
at
all going to happen. That's all fine.
Well, guys,
at
I
which
found
point,
the loot.
Good job.
we'll go to the top of the order as a specter emerges from Cynic's body. He will have retained full control of his character. Now what?
Do I get added into the order now?
Yes, you do. Thank you. It's going to be Aaron
Okay.
first.
With clothes
Aaron,
stuck to your head.
his armor class is now 13 because I don't have my armor on yet.
Right.
I'm gonna shoot it with a firebolt. Can I do that?
Yes. Absolutely. You hit, it resists, you do 4. Rufus.
Since I'm right next to it, I will attack with a rapier.
You hit, it resists, do 5. Kodu.
I just attack with.
You hit, it resists, you do 5. Neuraxis.
Eldritch Blast, I guess. Oh god.
Miss. Cynic.
So, I just kind of woke up. I have my hand still glued to my head with a shirt and a part of a pair of pants glued to my head as well.
You should probably
Pretty
stand
much.
up.
Well, so basically my first reaction is, man, why does this keep happening?
You have a kazoo in your mouth. You don't.
I know. Believe me, this isn't the first time I've woken up in a place like this, weirdly enough.
Oh. Okay.
And I don't even think. Would I know where the Phantom is, or is the shirt covering my vision?
You have no vision. I mean, the Humble Gazelle on Friday nights gets to be a pretty uproarious place.
Yeah, there are stories, but we were told not to talk about them anymore.
Good lord.
Well, then I'm just going to use thaumaturgy to make a really loud noise. Like, make the kazoo
Okay.
really loud for some
That's
reason.
cool.
Just attract our attention. Great.
Yeah.
So, here's what's going to happen, Cynic. This creature is attacking you on the ground.
Oh god.
I believe your armor class will be hit by the 17 plus whatever.
Uh-huh.
The damage is 11. Oh my god, look at all those ones.
Does that mean at least it might rip some damage into that clothing so I can see?
No. You were blind, you grave robber. Aaron.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm not
you
the only
attached
one.
yourself to me. This is all your own fault.
I had no control over myself in that action. Not that I wouldn't do that anyway.
Wow.
Thanks.
Oh dear.
Just
I
try
am
as a
going
general rule, Aaron, as a female in a Dungeons and Dragons game, keep your character's clothes on, or you're gonna
Hey.
you're gonna deal with this shit.
I am not worried. I can deal with you guys.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to dab it twice. My daggers, one in my offhand, which I think I figured out how to do correctly.
Hit. And a hit.
Okay.
3 damage. It is bloodied Rufus.
Alright, I'll attack with a rapier. And I will use second wind to attack again.
No, that's not how it works. Second wind heals you. I mean, action surge?
Sorry, I meant action surge. Yes, sorry.
Okay, you hit the second one. Neuraxis.
Is it possible for me to move through Rufus and get to this square?
Sure.
In that case, charge.
And what's with my turn?
Oh, sorry, Kodu.
Oh yeah, Kodu. Go ahead,
That's
Kodu.
it. No, that was terrible.
You miss.
So nothing changes. Ouch.
Yay, my light friend is back.
Right.
Okay, now charge. And then hammer. Oh god, my hammer.
Okay.
Cynic.
So I'm gonna sit here and first I'm gonna stand up. I think that's gonna be a little difficult, but and then I'm going to. Don't know.
For God's sakes, don't move.
I know that, but I'm trying to think. Is there anything I can do?
You can take the dodge action, which will negate the disadvantage you would have from being blind.
Okay, I'll do a dodge action.
I love that you're soaking wet, blind.
Hands glued to his head,
So with your
With a kazoo in your mouth.
your head.
and a shirt, and a pair of pants over my head. Or part of a pair of
Not
pants.
your shirt.
17 to hit on Cynic for 12.
I'm going to cutting words that.
Okay. Don't you have to see? Nope. You have to be able to see your target.
Damn it!
That is in the spell description. And then the
Someone cut me some
Will-O-Wisp.
eye holes.
The Will-O-Wisp will float over on top of you and say, "I found you."
I thought you were supposed to hide, and I was supposed to seek.
Found you.
You were supposed to hide. I was supposed to seek.
And it's
Here,
going.
let me
Well
finish
done.
counting. My eyes are still closed.
Just congratulate it. Just.
Congratulations. Now,
Oh, it's
hold
gonna
on a
get-
second.
It's going to go invisible.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Eric.
Oh, now
I'm
you
gonna
never
have a
find
friend
it.
with me for life.
So the
Can
little
you
light
do
thing is
animal?
visible.
Can
The
you
little
do
light bulb
animal
disappeared,
handling
yeah.
on a will-o-wisp?
No, it's undead.
Aaron.
Okay. I'm gonna stab him again. Dagger, dagger. There we go.
2 hits, 3, 4 damage. It's looking bad. Rufus.
I will attack with the rapier again.
With your bonus action, try and give me some eye holes.
And it dies.
Wait, everyone keep panicking. Just freak Cynic.
So now I'm just gonna start like, and I'm probably still freaking out. I'm just gonna play mariachi music now with my kazoo.
Oh god, someone...
There's one thing that's going to happen now before on the next turn.
Oh dear.
This is a one-shot deal. It's going to attempt to shock Cynic into death.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
There's a 13 hit.
Oh, I have 14 armor class.
And it's
Damn.
dodging. Oh, thank god.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I dodge it while playing mariachi music with my kazoo.
You guys are all welcome to take a shot at it now, but it's going to just go invisible and disappear. I doubt you're going to kill it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother.
Okay.
Might hit Cynic and
Can you
Well,
just
how
cut
about
me
that?
up?
Funny.
Can you just cut me some eye holes?
I want my shirt back.
Cool, take it. I'd like to be able to see.
Stay very still, I'm swinging at the wisp.
13 will
I don't-
miss. They have a 19
Okay.
armor class.
Oh my
Ugh.
god. Oh, because they're tiny, I
They're
guess.
tiny. Yeah. Alright, you'll get 1100 experience.
I get the crown off my head at this point.
No.
Still glued? Okay.
Here's what you
glued.
find in the sarcophagus. So let's roll.
So 50 GP of gems.
2 healing potions.
Oh,
Those are the magic items?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like one. I'm front line, so
I'm gonna put my armor back on.
Sure.
I will
do.
take the shirt from Cynic's head and give it back to her.
Oh, so okay, I'm gonna put my shirt on first.
It's attached.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit.
It's
That leather's
stuck.
gonna
Well,
It's
Yeah,
definitely
it's gonna change.
it's
I'll
definitely
survive.
stuck on. Cynic's going to be completely useless as you guys make your way out of the dungeon.
Cut me some eye holes!
I
I
don't
cut
have
in
an
some eye holes.
Yeah, we cut him some eye holes.
As long as I can see, I can mock.
You owe me a new shirt, asshole.
So
As soon as you get eye holes back, it's just still Naraxis putting money in the bag. Like,
so you make it out of the barrows and you head west back towards the town of Greycott, where the primary quest giver. The people who gave you this quest are from the shop Alchemy. Every so often, a vent opens on the roof of this workshop, and a colored puff of smoke escapes through it. This is Alchemy, one of the independent alchemy shops that's racing to be the first to cure lycanthropy cheaply. Mages race around on the inside, and a foosball table is visible from the entrance. The head mage is about 23 years old.
My first question is, do you have anything to get rid of glue?
Absolutely, they've got a universal solvent.
Awesome.
I think by the time he sees me, after me asking that, it should be pretty self-explanatory.
Sure. It is going to cost 50 gold pieces. In fact, I think I'll just take the crown.
Okay.
that's
I don't want it anymore anyway.
sure. Just.
It's a very
Oh,
nice
so
crown.
We have the fennel you wanted.
Perfect.
Well,
So he's
yeah.
going to make, as agreed, 30 doses of
Wow.
Cure Lycanthropy.
2 for the other players,
Yeah.
Yep.
and then can we each take 1 and then sell the
Yeah.
rest?
You can't sell it. It's going into...
I mean, like, for him to sell
Okay.
them, I mean...
It goes in like
No.
community chest if
Goes in
other
the community
Yeah,
chest.
need it.
Oh, okay. Then that's
So
fine.
for the lycanthropy.
Yeah, we don't actually have to carry one. Surely we just leave it with
Okay.
them and go get it if we need it.
Cool then.
Yeah.
And then we're outside of a town that we can do a rest again, or is that not really important at this time?
So you're gonna have to find a way to get back because we need to wrap up.
Well, how much did they pay us?
They didn't pay you anything. They gave you the cures.
No,
Yeah.
I know, but I mean, like, how much did
The
we ended up
treasure.
walking away with? How much gold? Because that could easily cover all of us to get back to Great Cotton.
That's what I'm working out now.
So you're in Grey Cotton now.
Or back to. Then why would we need to go anywhere if we're in Grey Cotton? That's where we're supposed to be.
You need to go back to
Sedia was
Tide-
the other city.
Need to go back
something.
to Tidebreak.
Yep.
Gotta get home.
Oh.
Well, we can take it out of the money that we've got, I guess, because we found 160. Oh no, wait, I forgot to add that on. No, yeah, 170 gold.
Is that including the 2 bracers?
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
Well, the two
No,
braces
that-
together were worth 90.
Well, okay, we have 2,000 coppers, which is worth 20 gold pieces, 40 silver, which is worth 400 silver, which is worth 40 gold, and then 90 gold
Oh,
pieces.
yeah.
So that's 170. Then we have
I
the
haven't
gems
put
worth
that bit
10.
in yet.
Okay.
I need to put the copper and gold in. 1 second. Is the 90 gold from the 2 braces? And the
No,
gold
that's
was.
separate.
Oh, okay. That's
This
why that's
should be
not
the
right.
total loot, 490 gold, I believe.
Oh,
All right.
Or sorry, no, that's wrong. 310.
That's- yeah.
yeah.
And it's going to cost you 175 to get back for all of you if you just want to take a boat back.
Yeah, that does work out at 310. Yeah.
That'll leave 27 gold in profit for everybody, plus 5 AP.
That's
Well,
pretty good.
27 for almost all of us. One of us owes someone some money.
Yeah.
I do.
Axis owes Aaron 13 gold.
Yep. Hey, I'm happy. 14 gold, 5 AP.
Where do we mark down AP?
I will add it to the list here, the player's AP list. So we'll
Okay.
just go through each of you. If you've already got a name on this, let me know. So Neuraxis, you are Lee. You'll get 95. Cynic, you
Cool.
don't have any yet. So you'll have 5. Aaron, 5. Rufus, 5. And Kodu with 5.
Oh, wait. I bought one of those experience rings,
Ah.
so
50.
I had to spend some.
Gotcha. Yeah, I forgot to write that down. Now,
There we go.
the last thing we have to do is voting, and Twitch can participate in this. There are 3 categories that we're voting for, and the winners of this will get bonus experience and some other stuff. The categories, and you guys are voting too. Most fun roleplay, best team player, and most valuable player. So, most fun
Oh my
roleplay.
god.
Who do you think had the most fun roleplay?
Me!
I feel.
I
I
was
feel.
gonna say Cynic. You.
Cynic, yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like
Yeah.
Cynic gets that.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Does Twitch concur? I think that's going to be a pretty obvious one. All right, so let's split up experience too. What number did you get for that?
I'm just adding it up now. 400 plus 1100.
And then the 3 people, 2 people get additional money? Or 3 people? Oh, I'm not sure exactly. Without
Yeah.
the white thing. Without the full class.
So everyone gets 500 and no, that doesn't seem right. Oh no, yeah, 620 ahead, and then those 3 people that fought the special fight on their own get an additional 100 each.
So 620.
Yes.
1520 total experience. And what's the next one? What's total experience needed for level 4?
270?
1700?
2700.
Okay.
Yeah, for level 4.
So there's a couple of other things. Now, Cynic, you're going to get an additional 10% experience on top of what you just got, and inspiration for having the most fun role play. Next up, best team player, the player who played well with others. Who do you guys think?
I say Neuraxis did pretty good with putting
Up
himself
until he
in the-
just decided to start looting.
Yeah, but that was for all of us.
Right, and then as soon as the fight started, did I or did I not turn up?
I don't know. I gotta give that one to Aranith for taking her clothes off.
True. Yeah, Aaron put one for
MVP.
the team on teamwork. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll vote for that too.
Yeah.
All right
Mhm.
then.
Okay, Aaron, you'll get an additional 10% experience over what you just got, and inspiration to give away. So you can give your inspiration to somebody else.
Okay.
Who would you like to give inspiration to?
And
Cynic just got
this will
one.
be good for next week.
Forever. It's inspiration. You can spend it to give a player advantage on a die roll or give an enemy disadvantage. But you can give it to somebody right now who's in the group. For the best team player, wants nothing for themselves.
I would give it to Narax then.
All right, Neuraxis, you have inspiration, as does Cynic. And then finally, the most valuable player. Awarded to the player who saved the day or made the biggest contribution.
I'm gonna have to go.
The only one with a magic weapon, so I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Naraxis because he did fuck up those shadows.
We need some magic weapons, guys.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, Neuraxis, you'll get 10% experience.
My voice is my magical weapon.
And you get double AP, so you'll get 10
So that
for
means-
today.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I get 72 on top of my 720, so that's 792.
All right, we'll start PM game in 5 minutes. Thank you guys for coming out. I'll
That
give you
actually
guys
is
the
my
questions.
question. Do you want me for the PM game? I was the